every county. This is your statewide newscast, Arkansas Today.
Good afternoon, I'm Mallory Brooks. Thanks for joining us for Arkansas Today on a Friday afternoon. Top Democrats are pressing ahead with the next steps in the impeachment process against President Trump. Speaker Nancy Pelosi has asked committee chairs to begin crafting articles of impeachment, saying the president's actions leave them no choice but to act. NBC's Peter Alexander has the latest.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi overnight defending her call for top Democrats to draft articles of impeachment against the president.
This is a very sad day, I think, for our country. It's something that I would have hoped we could have avoided, but the president's actions made it necessary.
Pelosi arguing President Trump left lawmakers with no choice but to act, warning the president is again trying to corrupt an election for his own benefit.
The president violated the Constitution. If we were not to proceed, it would say to any president, any future president, that our democracy is gone. The president is king. He can do whatever he wants.
3, 2, 1.
The president late Thursday leading a decades-old tradition, but earlier denying that his legacy will be stained by impeachment.
It's a hoax. It's a hoax. It's a big fat hoax.
On Twitter, complaining Democrats have gone crazy and challenging them to get it over with. If you're going to impeach me, do it now fast so we can have a fair trial in the Senate and so that our country can get back to business. Impeachment investigators will present evidence before the House Judiciary Committee at a public hearing Monday, with a vote expected before the holiday break. The White House is already mapping out an aggressive strategy for a likely impeachment trial early next year in the Republican-controlled Senate, where the president expects to be acquitted.
It would include live witnesses, Pete, who actually have visibility into and knowledge of the facts surrounding these matters.
The president reiterating his demand that those witnesses include key Democrats like House Intelligence Chairman Adam Schiff and presidential candidate Joe Biden. Pelosi disputing that impeachment is personal or political, erupting when asked by a reporter whether she hates the president.
I don't hate anyone. I was raised in a way that is a heart full of love and always prayed for the president. So don't mess with me when it comes to words like that.
And good news now on the job front. Hiring rose last month to its highest level since January. According to the Labor Department, U.S. employers added 266,000 jobs in November. The unemployment rate also dropped to 3.5% from 3.6% in October, matching a half-century low. Wages also rose 3.1% in November compared with a year earlier. Most analysts are remaining hopeful about the economy and job market as the economy grew at a 2.1% annual rate in the July-September quarter. The steady job growth has reassured consumers the economy is expanding and their jobs and incomes remain secure. Last year, more than 140,000 people around the world died from measles. That's according to a report released by the World Health Organization and CDC. The majority of the deaths were among children under the age of 5. There were also nearly 10 million total cases last year, a nearly 170% increase since 2016. The U.S. experienced its worst measles outbreak this year in a quarter of a century. A prosecuting attorney ruled deadly force used by a slain Stone County deputy was justified, according to the Stone County leader. In July, Deputy Mike Stephen was killed while responding to a disturbance call. Stephen was shot by a man holed up in a home with a shotgun. Stephen and his partner, Deputy Sean Hickman, returned fire, killing the suspect. A report from the prosecutor says the suspect fired 12 rounds while Stephen shot 9 times with his pistol and Hickman fired 3 from his rifle. On Thursday, the U.S. Department of Agriculture announced it had finalized new work requirements and rules that should end food stamp eligibility for nearly 700,000 Americans. The rule change will affect able-bodied men and women between 18 to 49 who do not have children. The rule restricts the ability of states to extend benefits beyond 90 days for those who don't work at least 20 hours a week.
Thousands of people who mostly have jobs that are working at $8 and $10 and $12 an hour will lose some of the help they get to feed their families.
States have the option to exempt 12% of their population. Individuals don't have to go to work tomorrow. They can get 3 months of benefits without any requirement, and at that point they just have to begin volunteering.
The new rules will go into effect April 1st. The hunt for a suspected thief in North Arkansas didn't last long after a man's four-legged accomplice bailed on him. Tyler Thomason reports on how he got caught.
Thank you, ma'am.
Wade's convenience store is the kind of place where everybody
$7, James.
knows your name. But on Monday, when one stranger rolled up with a mule in the back of his truck, senses of familiarity suffered a stubborn wake-up call. Searcy County Sheriff's investigators say this was the man behind the wheel, Shane Middleton. We're told he helped himself to someone else's items in a nearby parked car.
Returned to his vehicle, and him and the mule drove off.
Middleton headed south on Highway 65, but he didn't get far. His truck broke down, so he hopped on the mule, but that didn't last long either.
When he ran out of gas, he decided he was going to ride the mule back to Newton County, and he said that the mule bucked him so hard that he lost his boots and both socks.
And that's where it ended early Tuesday morning. A barefoot and handcuffed Shane Middleton sat in a field with the chief deputy's finger in his face.
You don't have nothing like that happen around here, that thing.
Middleton has since hitched a ride here to the Searcy County Jail. And people back at the convenience store are grateful for the inconvenience that one upset stallion caused.
Hey, I need a better mule.
And Shane Middleton faces charges for breaking and entering as well as theft. Authorities tell us he was out on parole. He also suffered a broken ankle during his fall from the mule. Coming up.